Welcome back to the Seeing Red MMA podcast. Here we are fresh off of UFC 299, O'Malley versus Chito Vera. Just to get straight to the results, because I am very excited about this because it was not the results I was expecting. But O'Malley, Suga Sean O'Malley, pitches a shutout. I had him 5-0. I don't know what Chito's chin is made out of, how he ate those shots, but man, as if you watch the fight, that knee in the second round, I swear anybody else in the division is not getting up from that. That was a sleeper shot. They are getting put out completely. It was an amazing performance. It was a masterclass by O'Malley, a masterclass of range, distance, footwork, timing, speed, everything that you need to be a high-level striker in MMA. O'Malley showed exactly what you need to do against a former foe, which, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be this kind of fight. I mean, I expected it to go the distance. I didn't expect him to get the finish, but I didn't also expect him to get that close to a finish because, honestly, I thought Chito was going to be done in there, especially at the second round with that knee, and then also dropped him at the end of the second round. And then even in the fifth round as well, too, he landed some really good shots. I don't know what his chin is made out of, but O'Malley pitches a perfect shutout. I know Chito was the fifth-ranked bantamweight, so not really deserving of the title shot. This is basically just a fight to get that loss off O'Malley's record, to avenge that loss that he thought he should have beat Chito in the first place, which, I mean, obviously in hindsight, maybe he did this to Chito in their first fight anyways, but also I think O'Malley has gotten better since that first fight as well too. So we'll really never know, but what we do know is that O'Malley is the real deal. He has the one-punch power, and he can also go the distance while keeping an insane pace. I know he did slow, and even at the end of that fifth round, he got hit with that body shot right as the bell rang. But man, he was extremely impressive tonight. I am very, very impressed by O'Malley. And I'm also impressed with Chito's chin as well, too. I mean, we all know Chito is a very slow starter, so it is going to take him a while to start getting off. But even when he started trying to get off, O'Malley was just so aware of the distance, where he needed to be, where Chito was going to be, and was able to find a way to exit the pocket and also keep landing strikes at the same time. Bear with me 1 second. All right, we're back. Thank you. Sorry for the long pause. But yes, this was a very impressive performance by O'Malley. I know Teddy Atlas says as well, too, when you become the champion, you become about 30% better. I think that might be the case for O'Malley because that was a beautiful performance by him. 5 stars. I mean, very, very impressed. And I'm excited to see how he matches up with Merab now. Before, I thought Merab just ragdolls him, but now with his footwork, timing, and everything like that, and how he's able to evade the pocket and circle out and just be able to evade just oncoming traffic, it might be a tough fight for Merab. I don't know how Merab does. I think the best matchup as far as style-wise that's actually going to be the most fan-friendly is Corey. Similar styles, able to stance switch, very good at range, very linear punches, extremely good strikers. That is the fight to make. I know we have to give Merab his title shot. I mean, it'd basically be a sin to not give Merab his title shot at this point. But, Dana, if you're watching this, and I know that you are, I would not be upset if Corey does leapfrog Suga because, man, that is a striker's delight. Me personally, I love striking. It's a great matchup right there. Give me Corey versus Suga, Madison Square Garden, November. Do it. Yeah. He also did call out to Poirier. That'd be great down the line. You both need to defend your titles more. Merab needs his title shot. Corey needs his title shot. Poirier's probably going to rematch Volkanovski. Maybe this time next year we see something like that. If Suga does fight Merab at the end of the year or Corey at the end of the year, we'll see. I think Corey is scheduled to fight Umar, if that's what I saw on the weigh-in show that was going on yesterday morning. So we'll see if that's still the case. But very impressed. I'm not even going to talk about him versus Poirier because that's not what's important right now. What is important right now is that Suga is the real deal. No, regardless of what you think about his antics, the hair, the cars, the chains, the outfits, the cockiness or confidence, however you like to call it, he is the real deal. He can go out there and he can duke it out, and he proved that. Chito, I mean, I'm still a fan of Chito, but man, you got to go back and make some serious changes. I know you like to download information a lot like Yan does, but you need to start faster, because as soon as you let Sean start going, he does not stop. Once he gets your timing and everything down, it is a downward hill. You are going to get pummeled for 5 rounds, which is what happened. But hey, chin up. Still survived, didn't get finished, so that's good. Still have never been finished in the UFC even after taking all those shots, so that's great. Co-main event, though. This was a feel-good moment for me. I am a huge Dustin Poirier fan. Been a fan of Dustin Poirier since 2012 when I met him at the UFC Expo when it was Silva versus Sun and 2 going on that weekend. And I just so happened to bump into him at the Expo when he was signing autographs. I wasn't in line. I just happened to walk past the booth, turn, and notice it was Poirier. And I nerded out on him, told him that my favorite finish at the time was his finish over Max Holloway when he got the mounted armbar triangle combination. He signed a shirt for me, and while other people were paying for the shirt and having him sign it in line, he just went ahead, here, signed it, and gave it to me. It's now hanging on the wall in my bedroom. Besides the point, I was scared for Dustin going into this fight because BSD, Benoit Saint Denis, he is a very good fighter. He is a dog. He is a very good grappler as well, too. We know Dustin has struggled at certain points with grapplers a la Habib, but he gets it done with a second round knockout. Oh, it felt so good to see that. The only thing I could say is, man, stop jumping that guillotine, man. You were going for submission over position. It is rule 1 in grappling. You always go for position over submission. But hey, what do I know? He got a second round knockout anyway, so it doesn't even matter. That was an extremely impressive performance. And man, at 35 years old, taking out a young gun like Benoit, I am so happy. I was ecstatic. I was screaming. I'm pretty sure the neighbors are going to file a complaint, but who cares? Dustin Poirier got the dub, and that's all I really wanted, and I'm so happy he did. I still feel the excitement knowing that Dustin Poirier is not finished yet. Even though he's old for the division and he's talked about retirement, he's still got that dog in him, and that's what we love him for. I still love Dustin Poirier for that. Excuse me 1 second. But yeah, no, Dustin Poirier was extremely impressive. I mean, it's a little bit there. I thought Benoit was going to just take over and just keep going back to the wrestling, and eventually get the submission, because he had his back a couple of times, and I just thought it was going to be an eventuality that he was just going to snatch up the neck. But thank God Poirier proved me wrong. Thank God. Thank you, Poirier, for the many memories and whatnot. Amazing fight. Dustin Poirier is the man. Gilbert Burns versus Della Maddalena. Now, this was an interesting fight. It was a very close fight because on the feet, Maddalena definitely had the advantage. On the ground, Burns definitely had the advantage, but not enough advantage to get the submission. He was able to get the takedowns, but after a while, JDM still found himself finding a way to scramble and get back up to his feet, which is what happened in the third round. So third round, I had it 2-0 for Gilbert, very close. If you had it 1-1, I wouldn't blame you. But in hindsight, I had it 2-0 going into the third. Third round, Gilbert was winning with the grappling exchanges, even though JDM was piecing him up on the feet. I mean, when you're controlling somebody on the ground and they're not able to get off any offense, I take that into a little bit higher consideration, unless you're doing something like what O'Malley does, where you're breaking faces and things like that. But speaking of breaking faces, though, on an escape, when he's scrambling to get up to his feet, JDM circles from the outside from bottom. As he's standing up, lands a picture-perfect knee on Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns wobbles, drops, and then Dan Mergliotta proceeds to let JDM land about 45 unanswered strikes to Gilbert Burns, and Della Maddalena gets the third round KO. Very, very impressed. I've always been impressed with Jack striking, but I'm very impressed with his composure in this fight as well, too, how he's able to keep calm in those pressure situations, especially when you have a black belt, especially a high-level black belt like Gilbert, taking you down and trying to keep you there and being able to find a way to get back up. extremely impressive. And then what even impressed me more is in this post-fight, calls out Shavkat. Who is calling out Shavkat nowadays? That is insane in and of itself. The fact that he was calling out that guy, sign me up. Give me that fight. I was thinking maybe more like a Luque or something. Oh, actually, no, Luque's like ranked less than that. I guess Shavkat is the most reasonable. I mean, that's a title eliminator right there. Winner of Shavkat versus JDM gets the winner of Bilal versus Leon. That is the fight to make. Thank you, JDM, for calling him out, because I know that it was going to be a while before somebody fought Shavkat again, and nobody wants to fight Shavkat. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to fight Shavkat either, but the fact that he was willing to go out there and say it with his chest, hey, I'll be there. I'll be tuning into that one. You best believe. We skipped a fight. Michael Venom Page wins his UFC debut against Kevin Holland. Unanimous decision. Kevin Holland was very frustrated that fight. Michael Venom Page, in typical Michael Venom Page fashion, just hands down, karate stance, able to land long, rangy strikes in the blitz. Wasn't there to be hit after he exited, and that was very, very frustrating for Kevin Holland. You can see it. Even in the third round, Kevin Holland was kind of taunting him, running around the cage, kind of doing a little dance that MVP was doing from time to time in the cage there. But, hey, he got the win, and he got a decisive win. That was 3 rounds to nothing for me. And even Kevin Holland, even when he tried to grapple, I mean, the MVP held his own. He did better than I thought he was going to be. I had Kevin Holland to win. I was way wrong, so I apologize, MVP. You are the real deal. 36 years old. I don't know where he really goes from here. Hopefully he gets just fun matchups. I'd say Wonder Boy is definitely a good matchup for MVP. Gary, I'm just spitballing here. So we'll see what happens. But MVP gets the decision win. We'll see where Kevin Holland goes from here. Who knows? Maybe have him rematch like Jeff Neal. They fought back on the regional scene. But, yeah, MVP did look good. Who also looked very good and got back in the win column was Petr Yan with a, I believe, was it a split decision? Or it was a decision. I don't know if it was, can't remember if it was split or unanimous, but man, that first round had me worried there because Song Yadong was winning. He was putting the pace on him, landing the bigger shots as well too, pushing the pace. But Petr Yan started to get into his groove as well too, landing the takedowns, the trips and things like that. And once he had him on the ground, was able just to commit to staying on top, control, things like that. So he did really good. I'm very impressed with Petr Yan. Very happy he got back into the win column. I don't know who they match him up with. Maybe give him Chito. There you go. Good bounce back fight for both you guys. Both coming off wins. Yan beat the guy who beat Chito. Let's go. Let's run it up. Both on the same timeline. Maybe Chito probably has to heal up a little bit longer than Yan does. But, hey, both went through a great fight. That's the matchup I'd make. For Song, I don't know who you give Song. It's a good one. Maybe if Cejudo wants to still stick around. Nah, I don't want to do that to Cejudo. I think Song does bad things to Henry. But either way, that was a great fight. Glad Yan is back in the win column. Big Yan fan. Also, this was a crazy one. Curtis Blades gets a second round TKO over Jailton Almeida. First round, it was one-way traffic. Jailton Almeida went straight for the takedown, got it to the back, picking him up, slamming him, throwing around. I was like, oh, here we go. Another Jailton Almeida masterclass where he's just going to throw him around and basically do Jailton Almeida things. But second round comes, Jailton shoots for a takedown, Curtis stuffs, and from what I saw, it looked like Curtis landed an uppercut under the armpit, and it kind of rocked Jailton and made him go to all fours to his knees. But he was still trying to grab onto the leg and then just proceeded to hammer fist him until Jailton gave up the single leg there and then just kind of rolled over and covered up, and the ref was forced to stop the fight. So I'm very impressed with Curtis Blades as well, too. I don't think he should fight Aspinall. No. Gone. Cyril gone. Curtis Blades. A winner gets Aspinall. And if Aspinall, in the meantime, I think he should fight the I think you should fight John Jones. I mean, Stipe, I love you. You're amazing. You're one of my favorite fighters as well too. But I mean, it's time to let it go, man. It's time for the new dogs to come in. And yeah, I think it's Jones versus Aspinall. Winner of that gets the winner of Blades versus Gone. Yeah, just keep it going. Kyler Phillips looked extremely impressive. Basically 30-27 Pedro Munoz the entire night. Looked way faster, landing multiple combinations, slick and smooth, throwing kicks out on the exits. And yeah, I mean, I think he had Pedro rocked at one point, which I don't ever think I've ever seen Pedro rocked before. I mean, if I have, it's not a fight that I remember, which I would think I would remember that because it's a significant moment. But yeah, he looked real good. Kyler Phillips, give him a top 10 guy. I know Pedro was sitting in the top 15, but hey, you give him a top 10 guy. I know he has a win. Kyler Phillips does have a win over Song Yadong, so maybe they run that back, see where they both are standing in the division. Very impressed with him. Also, Robelis Despange, however you say the Cuban guy's name, but he totally nuked Josh Parisian, which we all kind of thought what was going to happen. But the way he did it, going backwards, basically on one foot, throwing a crazy, back-to-back crazy right hand, and just clipped him and crumpled Parisian. So, good win. We all kind of saw that one coming because, Parisian sucks. Iwan Kutelaba versus Felipe Lins. Felipe Lins wins a unanimous decision. Good fight. Nothing really special about it. I mean, Felipe Lins' leg kicks are really good. Yeah, Macy Barber gets the win over Caitlin. Now, I know she has a new name. It's not Chukagin anymore. It's Saraman? Saraman? Something like that. Ceramic? Who knows? Macy Barber, title shot, 135, 125. Give her 135 title shot because that division is extremely weak and we need some sort of hype. And now she's on a 6-fight win streak. Just give her a title shot in the 135 because we all know Grasso and Shevchenko are tied up with coaching the Ultimate Fighter. So make it one division fun at least. What else? Oh, Joanne Wood won her retirement fight against Marina Moroz. It looked tough going in there. The first round, Marina Moroz definitely dominated with the grappling. Second round, Joanne Wood definitely did a lot better. And then third round, Joanne kind of ran away with that round, landed a nice spinning back fit with about a minute left. Wasn't able to get the finish, but wobbled Moroz badly. It made her lean against the cage for help, and I thought it was going to be over. That was freaky because the way she spun and landed that was perfect timing and signature Joanne Wood spinning back fist. She used to throw that all the time back in the day. Other key fight. Oh, Mateusz Gamrot sucks. Is boring. I hate him. I don't hate him. He gets rocked and then immediately starts going for control. He doesn't try and finish the fight. Control fighter. He just goes to win off control. But RDA at 39 years old, he looked damn good, especially up against a high-level opponent like Mateusz. Man, rocked him in the first round with that knee and then also a punch to follow up. I'll have to go back and rewatch that one, but maybe just the first round because we all know how the rest of the fight played out. But yeah, it didn't look too bad against a guy like highly touted like Gamrot. But Gamrot gets the win. Yeah, that was UFC 299. It was a very good fight card. I mean, definitely had high expectations going into this card. I would say most of them were met. I mean, I had reasonable expectations because they've been burned in the past where some cards, they're hyped up. Like, we all know the UFC 200 fiasco, how that was supposed to be the best card ever, and it ended up being complete trash. I was worried about that being the same thing, but I kept my hopes, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a very, very good card. Sean O'Malley retains the belt. Dustin Poirier gets another win in typical DP fashion. Michael Venom Page wins his debut. Gilbert Burns eats a knee that was followed up by way too many unnecessary shots, but JDM, here you go, top 5. Song Yadong loses to Petr Yan. Petr Yan's back on track. Great card. Fantastic card. I give it an A. A plus in my book because I was very entertained from start to finish. So very good. Oh, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, congratulations on the Hall of Fame. Definitely well deserved. One of the most violent women in all of combat sports. The Boogie Woman is now in the Hall of Fame. And it was really nice to see her sitting cage side, seeing the highlight reel that they put together for her while they're talking about her induction and seeing tears roll down her face, but also smiling and clapping and everyone around her giving her kudos. Action Bronson giving her a hug. So kudos to her. Definitely well deserved. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Till next episode, which is UFC 300. We'll definitely be doing a video for that one there. Can't wait for that one. About a month out from UFC 300, so can't wait. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like as well. Follow me on Twitter at SeeingRedMMA. Other than that, guys, until next time, you have yourself a great rest of your day. See ya.